Well, welcome back. Welcome back to the Extraordinary Drummer Show. As you know, I'm your host, Cheron Moore. You know, I always say today. Will you help me welcome my guest today, Bernard Treway Lambert? Treway,
My boy,
what's going on?
chilling, man. Chilling. Just got out of sound check. I'm on tour right now with Lil Durk on the 7220 tour. We in Pittsburgh right now. About to go down tonight.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Welcome to Extraordinary Drummer Show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad you're here. Let's start here. You're from Philly?
North Philly, exactly.
North Philly. Some bad boys out of Philly.
For sure. And yeah, that's really what it is. Like it's a different type of water we drink out there, I guess you could say. And I'm just grateful that I'm able to be the baby of all of that and set the new trend.
He said you were drinking different water, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, let me take you all the way back. You started playing drums at age 3?
Yes, sir.
How the heck do you know you want to play at 3?
Well, that's all I really had. I came up under a musical family. Like my dad, they sung, and I grew up in church. My grandfather was the pastor, and my mom was the choir director. My dad was the choir director, and well, my mom, and my dad met in college at Virginia Union in Richmond, and they both was on the same choir. So just different like church concerts and all that stuff. That's all I was really raised around. So I guess the drums was the drums or the piano, and I wanted to beat on things. So it was the drums. That was my calling.
Is your mother a musician?
No, my mom, she's a singer and a pastor.
Wow. So you're a
Yeah.
PK.
PK on both sides. My dad's a bishop and my mom's a pastor.
You couldn't do nothing when you was a child, huh?
I could do everything but play sports. It's not gonna hurt my hands. You can't catch me playing basketball, football, none of that. Like that was definitely the last thing on the list to do.
Hey, tell me, when did you get your first drum kit?
My grandfather bought me a red Premier kit. That's like one thing I'm so grateful with my family is just that they like if it's something that you really want to do, they make sure that they all into that one thing so that you can have the best of it so you can, just be good at it. So
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, let's go to high school. What was the scene like in high school?
man, I went to Girard Academic Music Program from 5th grade to 12th grade. When I got there, I auditioned to play drums, and then it was like so many drummers. But shout out to Eric Tribbett. He is one of the greatest drummers in the world to me. Big inspiration in my life. I can actually say that I was a part of a 2-time Grammy Award winning album.
What's it like playing with Future?
When I was playing with Future, he was just letting me be free, and that was something that I'll never forget. Like it was still an experience. Like thinking about it, doing Coachella, headlining Coachella with him, and just doing different shows and festivals. It's just crazy. Like he's Future Hendrix.
Here's one here. Let's talk endorsements. What are you doing on endorsements? Drums, cymbals, sticks, so forth.
Okay, right now I'm endorsed with Tama drums, cymbals Peisty, drum heads Evans, cymbal felt Simpad. Right now I'm playing Alesis gear for electronics and rolling. I use drum dots. I use Empire ears, and I'm signed to Regal Tip drumsticks right now. And yeah, that's as far as drums. Rim risers, I use a thing called rim riser that you use for a side stick action. And I think that's it.
What is your approach to the drums, Treway?
Man, that's a great question, actually. See, my grandmom always told me that she likes my playing because I make people dance. It's more of a feeling with me. It's not really like I don't play drums for the oohs and the ahs of the chops. I'm more so of you're gonna feel what I'm playing more than you just gonna hear what I'm playing. So that's really, for me, that's really, really my take on it. I play out of emotion. I play out of if you say the sky is blue, I'm gonna make sure they know you're talking about the sky and the feeling of it being blue. Like, I'm not going to chop it between. I'm not going to give you all of that. I'm gonna give you that emotion behind why you're saying that the sky is blue. Like, it's just an emotional thing with me. Like, I'm very musical, and I think that's because I come from Philly. We're very open to the horns in the band and the guitar, and not just the bass. You know, most people say the bass and the drums got a lock. I'm like, I want to lock with everybody. Like, if I decide to make a break, we all breaking. You know what I'm saying? Or if you decide to do a horn line, we all going to hit the horn line together. Like I'm just more so of a feeling. Like, I'd rather see you dancing than you just standing there. Oh, ooh, and there's nothing against that. I'm not going against nobody that's on that tip. That's just my preference of playing. Like, I want you to feel where I'm coming from, not just hear where I'm coming
I see you did BET Awards and Jimmy Kimmel, but this is the one I want to ask. What was it like playing Coachella? I mean, you look out there and it's just dots, not even people, just dots. What's
Man, listen. Coachella to me was, I've never did a festival. Prior to that, I had never did a festival that big before, you know? So in that moment, it was like, I can't believe that I'm playing here with all of these. It had to be like a good 20,000 people, maybe more than that. I think it was more than that. I think 20 is like the least amount of people that was probably there. But just to do that alone, and then we opened up for Lady Gaga. I think Future went on before Lady Gaga. But just to do it with that, and then to do it with Future, it was like crazy. It was life-changing. And it was another performance that I did that was life-changing as well, which it was Rock in Rio. It was in Brazil. That was way more people than Coachella. And I've never performed in front of that many people before. And it had to be like close to 100,000 people, probably more than that. Like, that was like the cap. But yeah, it was crazy. I'm like I said, like, I keep going back to it, but I'm like so grateful that I'm able to do this. So it's like, it's that moment of like, thank you, God. Like, thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you for allowing me to be able to do something that I've never thought. This young guy from North Philly playing behind that red Premier kit to now be in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and millions of people are watching these things happen. So yeah, that's how it goes.
Let's talk about this one here. Your band, Treway and the Now Generation. How did that come about? What are you guys up to? I hear it's 9 pieces. Is that right?
Yeah. So actually, it started with my church band. We was at church and I had a birthday party. If you know me personally, you know that like I'm big on like celebrations when it comes to birthdays. Sidebar real quick. I had got shot back back in 2017. I got shot in my back. Mistaken identity situation. Somebody thought I was somebody else, whatever. But I got shot in my back, and prior to that, you know, I was at a place where I was very comfortable with my life, you know, just moving around, and I knew I can do this, I could do that. You know, I'm untouchable because, you know, I'm getting blessed, and, you know, when you're getting blessed a lot, you start walking like you're untouchable. And for me, celebrations prior to that were very important to me. They're even more important now because of that situation. But I started the band because I just wanted to play with my friends. You know, I just wanted to make music and play with my friends. And then up till now, we're still playing together. There's a lot of different people that are in and out, but, you know, they're all doing other things and stuff like that. But, you know, we recorded an album called Thompson Street because, like I said, it was started with my church band, and my church was located at 25th and Thompson.
What up? It's your boy Bernard Treway Lambert, and we out here at my church, 25th and Thompson, North Philly, where I was born and raised. And this is my new vlog series. We on the one, and I'm with the drummer. I hope you are.
Looking at me as if I did something to you. Oh, yes. I can't say that I even know your name. Oh, yes. Then I hear from a source that you got a problem with me. Oh, yes. And I don't get mad because I'm so used to the hate. Yeah, but I learned to let them haters go and hate you.
Tell me about those crosses on your arm.
Man, my crosses.
What's the deal with that?
Honestly, I feel like, okay, I'm gonna give you the first person I seen with this was my big bro, Omar Edwards. Omar Edwards is a mentor, a brother, somebody that just means the world to me. I was at one of his rehearsals and he was playing the keys, right? And he had crosses this way on his arm because he was playing the piano, right? And I was just sitting there, I was just like, man, like, that's so dope to me. It was just, you know, I have a few tattoos. I have Christ the Redeemer, I got in Brazil. I had the word faith with Matthew 17:20. Having faith the size of the mustard seed, you can move a mountain. And I have like drumsticks on my side. But like I said, I play for all of these like rappers and all of these different artists. And I just want my light to always shine. And it was like having my drumsticks is like when I'm playing, you're going to see God. When I'm playing this way, you're going to see God. When I'm doing this, you're going to see God. When I'm up like this, you're going to see God. You know, so it's like you looking at me, you automatically going to see the light, but you're automatically going to see God, you know? So that's it. I can go like this. I can go like this. I can go like this. I can scratch my. He's always around me. He's always near. He's never not near me. He's like, it's just the light is shining regardless of wherever I go. I can never forget that my purpose and my reasoning for lifting my hands and playing the drums is because of this. So, yeah.
Tell us, what does Treway means?
Treway is just a nickname my grandma gave me. That's all it is. It's a nickname my family gave me because my grandma said I always wanted to do stuff my way. That was it. I always wanted my way. When all the cousins would be able to go somewhere, why can't I? Why me? Why can I? I want this. I want that. So it was just, here come Treway. You know, so I had that name because I was a baby, and I just stuck with me now.
Tell me about On the One, entrepreneurship.
On the One basically means to accomplish all your goals and dreams without letting anybody tell you no. Like, don't let nobody stop you from accomplishing your goals and your dreams. And your goals and your dreams is the one. So you're staying on the one. Starting that brand, I had a radio show, video vlogs that are still on YouTube. I started a television network. I teach, I mentor, I go to different schools and I talk about financial literacy. I talk about branding. I talk about just setting yourself apart from the rest. And I'm actually about to start a label called On the One Entertainment. And that's what it is. It's just being separated from, the average musician and just understanding that there's more to this. The average millionaire has 6 streams of income and most musicians only have 1. And I call myself the billionaire drummer because I am a billionaire. And I may not have the billionaire numbers in my bank account, but the check just didn't clear yet because I'm focused and I'm doing what I'm doing. And that's why I started my own brands.
Treyway, we do a thing on the show we call Word of Advice.
Okay.
Where I ask the drummers, I ask the guests if they will leave a parting word with the upcoming drummers, the younger guys, even the older guys, but that guys are trying to get traction in this game, that are trying to get on. Would you leave them a word of advice, please?
Yeah. There's a quote that I live by, and it goes, "Don't go where the path may lead, but instead go where there isn't one and create a trail." Basically, what it's saying is don't follow everyone else. Create your own path. That's the difference between being regular and irregular. It's okay to be irregular. You know, it's okay to start your own trend. I'm an example of it. I'm a prime example of it. You know, when I started my brand, people talked about me. People laughed at me. They didn't understand why I had a videographer with me. They didn't understand why I was wearing my own clothes, boosting my own self up to now. There's multiple musicians that have clothing lines and multiple musicians that are branding themselves with logos and things like that. And I say that to say that it's okay to be different. And that's just something that I live by. Don't go where the path may lead. Instead, go where there isn't and leave your own trail.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Tell us about the tour you're on now.
Okay. 7220. Lil Durk, the hottest rapper out right now. My boy. This is one of the one fun tour for me. This is very fun of a tour. This is his first tour with Live Nation, his first headlining tour, and we sold out the entire tour, and also sold out the United Center in Chicago with no opening. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. I started playing with Lil Durk back in July of 2021, and from that point on, it's just been up. You know, I did Rolling Loud with him, all of the Rolling Louds last year. And we did the Little Baby tour with him just to go out on tour, his own tour, to now have sold out a whole tour by himself. Is legendary. And like I said, I pray every day that I'm accomplishing legendary things, and to be connected to something legendary like this is, you know, that's how you know I'm on the right path. So Lil Durk, man, OTF, the band is called The Bandits. It's myself, Greg, Franklin Moore. You have DJ Reese from Chicago, and Larry Lambert, who happens to be my cousin, who plays keys. And it's up. We crushing it. It's going. Every city is just nonstop of feel good. Trap meets Philly meets Chicago meets heavy hitting transitions, lights. It's a show. It's something where we changing the game for hip hop, and this new age of hip hop, drill music. We bringing that live instrumentation to it, and I'm just grateful that I'm a part of it, because I can see this is going even bigger in arenas, world tours, all that. So shout out to Lil Durk for having the #1 album in the country, sold over 500,000 copies. And it's only been like a month and a half, 2 months since he dropped his album. So it's definitely lit right now for him, for us, for the team. And yeah, the rock star drummer, billionaire drummer, only one. I'm with the drummer, Treway.
Treyway, what would you want your legacy to be said, to be told?
That I never dim my light. I never dim my light. Simple as that. I'm myself in every room that I walk in. Like, that's, to me, that says a lot, because that's an overall definition of who I am, how I walk, how I talk, what I represent. Like, I never dim my light. I always let God be present in everything that I do. So you can't say that I didn't. When I do pass away and I do get to them gates, you can never say that I didn't make sure that the world knew who he was. And I was myself in every situation that I was in. I was still me. I didn't try to conform to the world. I walked in every situation being myself. So that's it for me. Like, that's my legacy. Like, I never did my life. I was always on the one.
And that's that word again, on the
Yeah.
one. I was trying to slip this question in somewhere else, but it kind of tickled me. I wanted to ask it. You ever get the urge to go back and pick up that old trombone?
You want to know what's funny? My uncle, Jeff Bradshaw, he's one of the world's greatest trombone players. We were doing this event during when it was doing like all like the rallies and stuff, like back when all of that stuff was happening at the beginning of the pandemic. We were doing these events where it was all like trombones, tubas, like all brass instrumentation, and me playing drums. And it was killing. Like, the trombone is my favorite instrument in the whole wide world. That's what's crazy to me. That's my favorite instrument. And just to think about that, I was playing it and I was low key good at it. I wish I could pick it up right now and really just start going for it. But I thought about it the other day because I'm big on House of Prayer. You know what House of Prayer is?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
With hands and all that stuff. That's my favorite. It's my favorite. Like, I could sit and watch videos of that all day. Like it's my favorite. So I wish I could get up and just start playing that style of music. Like, but I definitely think about it. I think about it all the time. But I'm definitely terrible right now. I know if I hear something, I probably could play. I'm big on, like, if I hear something and I like, oh, this is what I want to play, I could do it. But I'm not like about to. When I was in high school, I was first trombone in orchestra, first trombone in marching band as well. So, like, thinking about that now, I was like, I was really good. Like, I was good back then. But, once you stop playing stuff for a long time, it's like, all right, I got to go back and freshen up on it.
You think you'll drop a few hints to the family for a Christmas gift, a trombone?
I actually had two trombones at my house.
Oh, wow, cool.
They just sitting there. They've been there since high school. They just sitting in my house. Just sitting there. I think, matter of fact, I gave one away. So it was this guy. This is such a sidebar, but it was this guy walking down my block, and he was playing the trombone. It was so random. He was just playing the trombone. And I was like, what is he doing? He had a suit on. He was walking, just playing. And something inside was like, go give him that trombone you got in your room. So I went and I grabbed the trombone and I gave it to him. And like 2 months later, I'm in church, playing in church. No lie. I'm in church playing. He walked in my church playing the trombone. No, my right hand to God. I'm telling you, like, no lie. He's literally walked into my church. Didn't know it was my church. Just walked into church playing the trombone because he heard us playing. And it was him. Crazy. God is crazy. Like, for real. Like, no lie. Like, it's so much stuff that be happening to me. And I really be sitting there like how? Like, but when you faithful over few, this is what happened. This is, when you just focus. I'm at a place where I'm very focused. Because there's so much that I want to accomplish in life that it takes separation, it takes focus, it takes understanding, and it takes just having that faith, even if it's this big. Like having a faith this big, the size of moving a mountain. Imagine having large faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine really putting your all into your faith. It's like, I can move Shanghai if I wanted to, so that's really what it is for me. Like, I'm so good at just being me and loving God and being focused on my family and my purpose and understanding what's after me and what's before me. Like, it still have to be an example for both. You know what I'm saying? Well, all three, the now too. But people don't know that. They don't understand that people before me are still looking at what I'm doing now. And I deal with that. And it's like, I just wish that, people would know that, but it's up to me to be the example so people can understand it, my words and my actions and what I post and how I move and what I say and all of that stuff. So, yeah.
That's unreal. Just,
Real.
you know, I think what's the script say? To speak it. In other words, to prophesize it, to speak it. Even God used that in his own way when he said, "Let there be."
Yeah.
And you are so doing that, man. I mean, it is done because you speak it. You speak that stuff.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
oh
right.
man.
It's in Habakkuk, right? It says, write the vision, make it plain. You know?
There it is. Yes, that he who reads it may
Yeah.
run with it.
That's
Oh, and I'm definitely running with it. I want to say thank you so very much for being on the Extraordinary Drummer Show.
thank you for having me, brother. I really appreciate you. Really.
It's been quite a event visiting with you.
Likewise, it's been fun. You said we was gonna have fun, so I'm glad that we were able to do this, man. Like you don't understand. A lot of people don't really give African American musicians, young musicians, a platform to really say how we are and hear our voice, because they just assume that we are these people that aren't humble or aren't this or that. I hear a lot of stories about myself until people go online and see how I am, and then it's different. So I'm grateful that you are able to, not that you're able, that you are willing to do this, because, we don't have that, I wish there was more people like you in the world. So thank you.
Thank you. To God be the glory. I want to say this to you as I close here. Don't forget, when you read that or hear that stuff, you're covered, brother. You're covered.
Yeah.
You are covered. You got a quilt, a blanket, a sheet, or whatever they call them, fitted sheets. You got.
For sure.
You are so covered. Hey, would you help us wave goodbye to all the fans? Again, thank you so much for being on the show.
For sure. Thank you.